Hey friends, in this video I'm going to show you how you can push leads automatically from Clay straight into Smartlead. Now, when I was looking for a video to explain how to do this step by step, I was not able to find one, so I thought I'm just going to document it for everyone else who's equally as confused as I was. So first of all, you would have your Clay table, which looks something like this. In this case, it's a new enroll table, which I exported from Sales Navigator, then enriched with Prospeo, then used a bit of Clay, and now I'm looking to push it into Smartlead. So in the top right corner, you would see a button which says Actions, and underneath that, you can click on Create Smart Lead Campaign. So before you can add those leads automatically every single time into the campaign, you would need to click on Create Smart Lead Campaign. At that moment in time, you would see this pop up. So all you will have to do is create a name for the campaign. So in this case, I'm going to say Test 9th of September, right? I'll then select and map out the subject column. So that should just be called subject, and the body column and the email column. Now the subject is the subject line of the first email that you send out. The body column is the first email that you send out. And then the email is just going to be the verified email address of the person that you want to reach out to. So in this case, I'm going to do that. And it's really important for you to know how to map the columns correctly, because otherwise you don't want by accident to send the body of the first email as the subject line, for example, right? At that moment in time, you'll click on OK, and you would see Smartlead work its magic in the background. So as soon as that's done, you would then be able to connect your Smartlead API key in the top right corner if you haven't done that already. You can then fill in the first name, last name. I would really recommend mapping it just in case, so that when they reply on Smartlead, you can see what their first name and last name is. You can also see their LinkedIn profile. That can be quite important as well if you want quick access to it later down the line. And over here, this is where it's super, super important to do this. So essentially, you can see that right now the subject line for the first email is going to be sent out, and the content of the first email is being sent out. So on top of that, we'd need to basically do the same, but for email 2, email 3, email 4, and so on. So you would basically copy and paste this sign which says body, say Clay message 2, Clay message 3, and then you will map wherever message 3 or message 2 is. So in my case, it will be email 2, and now it will be email 3. So here we are. So that's essentially how it works. On top of that, if you have further emails that you need to copy and paste, you can basically do that. I'm not personally going to use the subject line every single time. That's personalized. So in this case, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to just use the first subject line, but you can also copy the subject line. So for example, I could do this and then find the subject line for email 2 if I wish to as well. So I could go subject, email 2 subject line. Here we are, happy days. And then you will save and run all rows. At that moment in time, as soon as I do that, as you would see on the right-hand side, they will start loading. So here we are, they've all been added to a campaign. And if I go on Smartlead right now and I filter for the keyword test, you would see test 9th of September was just created. Now, very important at this moment in time, before this runs smoothly forever after, you need to configure the settings. So what I mean by that is, you would see that the campaign is created. You'll click on the edit campaign button. You will then click on sequences. And in sequences, you will basically add your further emails. So right now, up to this point, it only syncs the first email. So you would have to manually basically write out the second and third email, and basically using the variable here. So that will be the variable that was passed from Clay just now. So that'll be message 2, that'll be message 3 over here. And then let's say if you want to include the same subject line, you can include the same subject line as we just talked about for email 2 and email 3. So here it is. Let's do this. Okay, here we are. And basically this is how to do it. So all you need to do is just map out the columns, then manually go in here, map them out as well once again. Then you will click Save and Next. You will then configure, as always, the setup of who is sending the account, schedule the campaign, and so on. And then as soon as you're done with that, you will have the final review. So let me just do that quickly. We see that we were just populated over here with, the dummy templates that we just created. That will be email 1, that will be email 2, that will be email 3. And then you can schedule a campaign. And as soon as you schedule that campaign, you'll straight away start sending this out. And every single time that someone basically gets added to the table here, they will be automatically added to the campaign as soon as you do that. So if you have any questions in the meantime, do let me know. But worth noting that the reason that I'm doing this video in the first place is because if you're on the free plan or if you're on the starter plan, you do not have access to that many credits. And for that reason, you want to save credits. And pushing it into Smartlead I think on the free plan, on one of the cheaper plans, I think it costs you 1 credit per one person being added to the campaign. So for that reason, I thought, why not record this video and show you how you can save that 1 credit by just doing this quick process through this way. So now let's schedule a campaign and you're good to go. If you have any questions in the meantime, do let me know. And below this video, you should find a link somewhere to get your free sign up to a free trial of Smartlead. And if you have any questions throughout, do let me know. I'll shoot a lot more videos of Smartlead in the coming weeks. Cheers.